Children, in the last chapter, we learnt about data and information and data storage units. In today's session, we will be learning about types of memory. Let us recollect what we have learnt in the last session. What is data? The characters or instructions which we give to the computer is known as data, or in other words, the input given to the computer is known as data. Information, processed or organized data is known as information, or in other words, the output is known as information. For example, if I want to add 5 and 10, I enter 5 and 10 from the keyboard. So 5 and 10 is known as data. This data is processed by the CPU and you get the answer 15. So the answer 15 is known as information. We also learnt about data storage units. Computer works only with two digits, that is 0 and 1, because the computer can understand only these two digits. So whatever data we enter, it is converted into zeros and ones. These digits are called binary digits or bits. Bit. The fundamental data storage unit is bit. Byte. Collection of 8 bits is known as byte. Computer memory is measured in terms of byte. Mighty. I know that I can remember many things because I have a memory. Does a computer also have a memory? Yes, you're right. The computer also has memory, which it uses to store all the data and instructions. Let us explore it. Children, a computer memory is just like a human memory. We are able to remember what we have studied from our memory. We can think and remember things from our memory. In the same way, a computer also has a memory. Children, every computer has a certain amount of memory. When you give input to the computer, it is stored in the computer's memory. And whenever we need any information from the computer, we can get it from it. The memory capacity is determined how much data and instructions can be stored in the computer. For example, if I say I can store 1 GB of data in a pen drive. What do you mean by 1 GB? It is nothing but it is measured in the form of bytes. So the computer's memory is measured in the form of bytes. Take an example. Suppose you want to buy rice. You go to the shop and you say that I want 1 kg rice. What do you mean by 1 kg? 1 kg is nothing but the measurement for rice. Suppose if you are going for a liquid, that is milk. If you want to buy milk, you say 1 liter. So 1 liter is a measurement for the liquids. So similarly, the measurement for computer memory is byte or kilobytes or GB, etc. In this way, we can measure the computer's memory. The memory of a computer is of two types: primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is also known as main memory. This memory is divided into RAM and ROM. Secondary memory is called external memory, and this memory is divided into hard disk, CD or DVD or Blu-ray disc, flash or pen drive, and memory card. Internal memory is also called primary memory or main memory. It is called built-in memory. Why do you call it as built-in memory? Because it is fixed on the motherboard inside the CPU cabinet. That is why it is called built-in memory. We can store data and instructions when the computer is working in this memory. The data stored in internal memory is erased when the computer is turned off. So children, when you off the computer, whatever is there on the memory or on the screen gets erased. And from the internal memory, we can access the data very quickly and very easily. For example, random access memory. So whenever you type any information into the computer, it is stored in this RAM memory. Here it stores temporarily and works like a blackboard that can be erased or constantly overwritten on it. The information stored in memory is lost when you turn off the computer or when the power goes off. It is called temporary or a volatile memory because whatever we write in this memory gets erased. Similarly, suppose you're writing on the blackboard. We can erase it and again we can write on it. So, it is similar to your blackboard. It is also like a calculator where the information exists till the calculator is on. But the moment you turn off the calculator, all the data disappears. ROM, read-only memory. Children, when you on the computer, certain boot up instructions are being executed, which are used to make the computer ready. So these instructions are stored in ROM. These instructions cannot be changed or erased from the memory. So it is known as a permanent memory. It is called as a non-volatile in nature. Why? Because the data what is stored in this cannot be erased. So we cannot write anything into this memory, but we can only read it. And even when the computer gets switched off, the data is not erased. Now let us differentiate between RAM and ROM. RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. ROM. ROM stands for Read-Only Memory. RAM is a temporary memory. ROM is a permanent memory. RAM is a volatile in nature. Its contents are erased when the power is turned off. ROM is non-volatile. Its contents are not erased when the power is turned off. We can read as well as write through this memory, so it is known as read-write memory. Whereas in ROM, we can only read this memory and cannot write through it. External memory is also called the secondary memory. Since computer memory is temporary and limited, when we need to store large amount of memory, we use secondary memory. It is permanent storage memory. That is why we can store the information for a longer period. Data is not lost in the external memory even when the computer is turned off. It allows to change, print, copy, move or delete data whenever required. You can also carry data from one place to another with the help of the storage devices like hard disk, compact disk, DVD, pen drive, etc. It takes more time to access data from the secondary memory as compared to the internal memory because it has to be copied from the secondary storage into the internal memory. Now, let's see the difference between internal memory and external memory. Internal memory is a main memory. External memory is a secondary memory. Internal memory is a temporary memory, whereas external memory is a permanent memory. In internal memory, we can store limited data. In external memory, we can store large amount of data. Internal memory is also called volatile memory. External memory is called non-volatile memory. Internal memory is easy and faster to access data from the memory, whereas external memory is slow and takes more time to access the data. The computer cannot run without internal memory. The computer can run without secondary memory. Examples of primary memory are RAM and ROM. Examples of secondary memory are hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. Children, in today's session, we learned what is memory. It is a place where you store data or instructions in the computer. The computer memory is of two types, internal memory and external memory. Internal memory is a built-in memory designed to store data and instructions while the computer is working. Internal memory is of two types, RAM and ROM. External memory stores information for a longer period and the data is not lost even when the computer is turned off. Hard disks, CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray discs, and memory cards are the examples of storage devices.